In this video, I built a wall of bodies on the Axis border as the Soviets. Could I hold out and then push with human wave tactics? Watch the video to find out. Today we're going to be winning World War II with human wave tactics. That's right, we're playing as the Soviet Union today. So let's just hop right on into it. Here we are in the Soviet Union. We have ourselves 1 million manpower, 85 factories, and the biggest army known to mankind. But this army is not what we want it to be, not yet at least, because there's plenty of space here for more men. We don't want this 18 combat width, we want to fill this thing. So that's the goal today. We are going to fill our templates with infantry. And every unit will be like this. No tanks today, just pure infantry. With support companies, of course. And let's do a little Soviet civ greeting. Alright, I think this is what I'll go for my starting production, because we're going to need a lot of guns. And let's keep the industry booming. We will do some heavy industry. 5 speed, let's go. Alright, I'm not even going to bother assigning field marshals or generals yet. It's not a coincidence that most of these guys here on their Wikipedia pages says they don't live too much longer. Turkey seizes control over the Bosphorus. Let's mobilize the armed forces immediately. While we worry about that, let us do the path of Marxism-Leninism. Yes, Turkey will always compromise on this so you can get some easy war support. And another little thing you can do is, when the Spanish Civil War kicks off, you can get an attaché to Spain, and you can move right up to war economy, so that's probably what I'm going to do. Stalin is concerned about factionalism. We have the paranoia active now. Please don't shoot me, Stalin. I'm just playing you in a video game. Go down the center here because I want to get rid of the paranoia as quickly as possible. You might have heard me say this before in other videos, but the Soviet tree is one of my favorites, and I love all the new icons they have now. I don't know when they added all these, but it just really immerses you in the world of the Soviet Union. Alright, Spanish Civil War is kicked off, so let us send some volunteers. I mean, while we have these guys, let's send our 6 Mountaineer divisions there. We can actually send an attaché to them, which gives us plus 10% war support, which gets us over the threshold, so our next batch of political power will be spent on war economy. And here we go, the first purge has begun. Another group of traitors brought to justice. Let's hope it's none of you, dear viewers. Here we go, the second Moscow trial. More people brought to justice. We're actually doing very well here in the Spanish Civil War. We've cut the whole south here off from the nationalists. The Spanish gold reserves. Well, let's take them as payment. Foreign experts. One of the most underrated focuses in the Soviet Union is you can actually boost it like crazy. Let us raid Mr. Trotsky's villa. Mr. Mercator, you're on the case. No! Ramon is injured and Trotsky has survived. That worm, man. What the heck? Alright, I guess we'll go a bit more subtle. Vladislav, it's your turn. Alright, bayonet strength as a spirit of the army, which means infantry costs 0 to add. So let's fill this bad boy up. Here we go. This will be our infantry division on the main front line everywhere. Let's give them some engineers too. And we will be switching the whole Soviet military to this division. We're finally building some mills. We will get them straight on guns, because we are 100,000 guns in the hole. Grigory Kulik. Who is Grigory Kulik? He's accused Georgy Zhukov. This is definitely a ploy by Mr. Kulik here to save his own skin. I am not getting rid of Zhukov for you, Mr. Skill 1 Kulik. There we go. The third and final Moscow trial. It looked like we were going to lose, but we turned it around and we have won the Spanish Civil War. As I was saying about the inviting foreign experts, look at this construction company. Look at all the bonuses we get from them. Now tell me that isn't overpowered. There we go. Mission accomplished. He's gone. Latvia, Estonia, welcome to the Union, comrades. Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact has just popped up as well. You know what? We will sign the treaty. And Lithuania submits. We will save you from capitalism. Alright, we are going to secure Leningrad now. And World War II is kicked off. And Germany honors the pact. We now have Eastern Poland. Secure Leningrad done. What do you say, Finland? We'll also do our claim on Bessarabia right now as well. Finland rejects them. We will crush them in a few weeks. This will be a different winter war than the one we know. Let us declare on the Finns. We'll launch this naval invasion and we'll push out from Leningrad. Finland has offered us concessions. But we don't want a continuation war. We need all of Finland. There we go. Finland has capitulated. Let us take these lands here. Except for this one, because that will be a border with the Germans. And we will puppet the Finns in the remainder. And we'll take their fleet too. The great railroading of the USSR has begun, because if there's one thing you need to learn about Hearts of Iron 4 is that supply means everything. So I'm building a supply hub here, and I'm upgrading all of the railroads coming from Moscow to this main front. I don't want the Germans pushing a single tile. We also have 84,000 guns in stockpile, so I think that means we need another 120 divisions. And we need some more manpower too. We could only even train 91. And we are 150,000 guns in the hole again. And I know this is like infantry only kind of thing, but I gotta build some planes too. And here is going to be our fighter. And Bessarabia is now in our hands as well. And to fully show the true strength of the Soviet Union, let's get these guys a proper symbol. Alright, the last division is joining the second full army group. We now have 240 divisions. I'm still just building railroads everywhere. The Human Wave Offensive. This reduces our combat width by minus 0.4, also giving us another 5% recruitable population. So now our divisions look like this. They are 40 width with nearly 300 soft attack. And I want signal companies in there, and I think that will do it for our division. It is March 41. The Germans are justifying on us. And we have a pretty decently sized air force as well. We have about 3,000 fighters and about 800 casks. Third 5-year plan has been disrupted. Curse them. The Germans are in on us. And it looks like we're holding in nearly every tile as of right now. They haven't begun a full-on assault yet. They don't have much, and they're actually taking troops off the border. I am confused, but I will take it. And I'm just going to pin these guys in place here and walk on in. Our Air Force is doing them in, despite us not fully removing the debuffs. Let's do desperate measures. Alright, we've pushed pretty nicely already. We seem to be holding. We've taken Königsberg, we've taken Memel. I think we just sit tight here and defend, let them sort of wear themselves out on our lines here, while we just keep casting them. The first huge German offensive has begun. Our defense is insane. 1,700 defense. No wonder they can't push us. Have a look at the casualties so far. We've lost 100,000. The Germans have already lost 560,000. The only bad thing is they're so large that they don't like to reinforce. And we can complete our doctrine with guerrilla warfare. Pop the cipher of both Romania and Germany and go back on the offensive. Our first encirclement also pushed a tile into Romania. And we've already taken out over 1 million Germans to our 200,000. Alright, I'm back on the offensive. I've pushed quite heavily into Bulgaria, a little bit into Romania. And our Air Force has won the skies. The liberation of Warsaw, and with it, this huge pocket of Germans. Not going to let them recover either. I'm going to continue pushing west. The Americans just joined the Allies. The Japanese gone in on the Dutch East Indies. I think the Battle of Silo Heights will go very similar to our timeline. And we are walking into Berlin. Berlin is in Soviet hands. I'd say it's time for a full-on offensive. Let's hit the magic button. Quick casualties check. We have lost 700,000 men. The Germans, 2.8 million. Vienna and the Germans are 100% towards capitulation. There they go. Italian Civil War is fired. We have the puppet. Italy must be close to capitulation now. And they have capitulated. Greater Albania is a major. Can somebody explain to me how Greater Albania became a major during this conflict? We have 10 million free manpower. There we go. Greater Albania, the last bastion of the Axis, has surrendered, and the Axis has capitulated. We have 76% of the war score. Let us paint some borders. Alright, the peace deal is done with. This is the new Comintern. All of Germany, all of Czechoslovakia, all of Austria, all of Italy, all of Romania, all of Hungary, all of Bulgaria. Not Yugoslavia or Albania, but that's okay. And we also have Denmark here. Couldn't forget about you, Mr. Axel Larsen. I don't think we're done just yet. To really throw men into the meat grinder, I don't think I want to attack the Allies, but I do want to attack both Japan and China. And we ended the war before we could even get lessons of war. So that's under a year before Desperate Measures is done. And let's go down to our 4th 5-year plan. Then we will found the Comecon. Not that Comecon. We can finally do lessons of war. And with the Comecon founded, we can do all of these decisions, eventually lead to us taking pretty much all of their resources or industry or something. Alright, we are finally justifying on the Japanese. Should take us 30 days. We have a little bit of supply. I'm still building up the railroads. It's going to take a while, but I don't think they'll have enough here to sort of stop us. And I have a naval invasion planned. I don't know if this sort of jumbled up fleet is enough to get us supremacy, but we should get it eventually. Alright, our justification is done. Let's just declare on the Japanese and Manchukuo and advance. Alright, we have green seas. I'm going to send the boys over while we're pushing into Manchukuo. Looks like the British have a similar idea. They have control of Tokyo, and the French are landing at the same time as us. And we have ourselves a landing. And Japan's gone. We actually managed to scrape out 18% of war participation from that. Alright, there we go. Peace deal is done just like that. And we have Soviet Japan, which actually got a lot of Japan for us only having that little war score. And we did see some of the northern islands here. It's time to take out the Chinese. And the Allies made the Manchu Republic here, and my troops are stuck here. I can't get them out. Our justification is complete. Let's declare on the Chinese. We'll launch our naval invasion and send our troops in. We actually built up supply here in Xinjiang, so I should be able to take them out. That's right, I was prepared for everything. And just before the war with China is over, we have annexed Tanatuva. Perfect, we just got their cipher. Let's crack it. China is gone. You know what, for our troubles, we'll move the borders a bit. Just a bit. And there we go. Communist China has been put in charge. Mr. Mao, he is now under our rule. And, of course, we have Mr. Kim Il-sung, who will probably be getting a portrait in the newest update. So I think that's going to do it. We have perfectly set up the world for a nice Cold War here. The Allies are massive. At this point, we would probably roll over them. We have nearly 800 factories. You know, we're a human and they are AI. I think we'd do okay. I have a brain, I have limits, and I don't want to do that. Anyways, if you watched the video this far, please consider leaving a like or subscribing. I would really appreciate it. Thank you for 2,000 subscribers. I just hit that last night at the time of my recording. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.